Hey there, gang. I finally have a few moments to do a video on the new URO microfiber cutting pads. Guys, I am really enjoying these. They are right up my alley. I like the firmness. They have less foam padding between the microfiber and the backing plate than your normal microfiber cutting pads do. And that is perfect for me because I love the firmness. If you've been watching my videos, you'd notice I like using the multi-purpose orange foam pads from cutting all the way down to polishing and even finishing sometimes. I like that because I like how it keeps your tool, how it keeps your polisher perfectly aligned with the panel you're working on. So these Euro microfiber cutting pads are just right up my alley. And I also have the perfect situation with a clear coat that really needs work, really needs cutting. I hate testing on clean, perfect cars. It's no use. So we have something in here that actually needs to be cut and needs to be worked on. Let's get it done. All right, so the only ones I haven't received yet are the 1-inch pads. I have the 6.5, the 3-inch, the 2-inch, and the 5.5-inch pads. The 6-inch will go on the long throw polishers. As you can see here, the thinner padding between the microfiber and the backing plate, hook and loop. The little 2-inch for the pneumatic polisher and the nano. See if I can get a good angle so you can see the microfiber. This would be a 3-inch for the Grios or the Flex 3-inch polisher. And then we have the 5.5-inch for the rotary and the 15mm mid-size polishers. So what we're working on today, which is actually perfect, is a minivan with high mileage and an absolute trashed clear coat. We have scuffs, scrapes, scratches. We have blemishes, we have oxidation, we have swirls. There were magnets on the side, and if they have been placed on the side of your vehicle on top of your paint for long periods of time, it distorts it, it lifts it. So we're going to take care of all this with different polishers today. We'll start off with the 15mm throw, which will fit perfectly on the front of the bumper, and we'll also use the little 2-inch pneumatic. As with any pad, new or used, we're going to clean it off first. You never know what could be attached to the pad through shipping or just sitting around, so we're going to clear it off before using it. We're going to prime it, and we're going to get to work. The nap of the microfiber is 25% shorter than your normal microfiber cutting pads. The black and white color scheme is not just a color gimmick. They are actually two different fibers that are woven into the pad that make it a sort of an all-in-one pad. It's not just a cutting pad. You can cut and you can also finish with this microfiber pad. The pads are aggressive. They cut nicely. Not using the exaggerated slow arm movements. I'm just playing around here, seeing what it cuts off, jabbing back and forth so I can see what it's actually working on. But if you use your slow, exaggerated arm movements, crisscross pattern, it's not going to take long at all to buzz off any blemish or imperfection. Guys, I'm telling you, if you combine it with the right tool and the right cutting creams, like your Boss Griot's Garage cutting cream, or your Menzerner, or your Angel Wax, or your Sonax, or whatever you use that's high quality, you're going to get the job done efficient, quickly, and it's going to look great. I wanted to bring you in close, and I hope this is being picked up by the camera, but I wanted to show you the pad does not mess around. It gets to work. It's aggressive. Of course, we'll bring in the smaller polishers, the mini polishers, to take care of the lips, edges, the tight areas. This tool in particular, or if you have yourself a quality mini polisher with this pad attached and the right compound, it is a surgical tool. Going after scratches with this pad attached to the tool really makes work time, shortens work time, and makes things a bit more efficient. Alright, that's going to do it. Let me get rid of the residue, spent compound, and I'll bring you in close and show you the results from the URO-FIBER cutting pads. The results speak for themselves. There is a definitive line where we stopped working. The oxidation, the scratches, the imperfections, most of them are gone with just one pass from each tool. Not so fast. Let's kick it up a few notches. I pulled off the magnet, I cleaned it up a bit, I got some of the pieces that were stuck to the paint off. So we have some distorted, lifted paint clear coat, we have etching, we have staining, we have swirls, scuffs, we have all kinds of stuff going on in this little section here. We're not going to do any wet sanding whatsoever like I usually would. We're just going to use the URO-FIBER pads and buzz this stuff off. For this section, however, we will team up the rotary with the long throw polisher. We'll start off, do a little section with the rotary. With the pad attached to the rotary, it's a little unconventional, but all you have to do is work the tool on a 10 to a 15 degree angle and it is smooth. You lay it flat or you get the wrong angle, it's going to jump on you a little bit. That's where some experience behind the tool comes in. And I hope the camera caught that. That was a perfect example of a little bit of the wiggle it's going to give you if you work it on the wrong angle. Alright, so that was the 5.5 inch pad. Let's grab the 6.5 inch. We'll slap it on the long throw polisher. We'll get a cutting cream on there and we'll see if we can get that panel, that little section there that was in such horrible shape. We'll see how good we can get it with the URO-FIBER cutting pad. I'm going to do a crisscross pattern, left to right, then up and down. And just like the rotary, you'll want to start off the tool at a slight angle, 10 or 15 degrees, and then slowly lay it flat and get to work. We're going to do one pass here and that should do it. I apologize if it's a little dark here during filming of the video, but when I correct either a scratch or one section at a time, I only like the light shining on that section that I'm working on. Everything else I like blacked out. I will actually turn out the shop lights where whatever section of the shop I'm working in, and I'll just turn my one spotlight on. It is a light made specifically for correction. It is very harsh and very unforgiving on clear coats. That has been long enough. Let me remove the residue, get all that spent compound off of there. Then we'll bring you in, get on a see if I can get on a good angle for this color and show you that the blemishes, the marks, the lifting, everything is gone. It looks good, and we'll go back and forth to a panel that actually hasn't been touched yet, and I'll show you the difference. Alright guys, so those were the URO-FIBER microfiber cutting pads. They're firm, they're aggressive. I am loving them. I highly recommend them. I'm going to put a link down below for them. If you have used them, if you have had a chance to implement them into your detailing routine, please comment below as to how they're working for you. This is Brian from Apex Detail. Catch you in the next video.